I want you to sit with me. This is where I like to come and allow the water, the birds, and nature to surround me. I want to have a conversation with your heart. Honestly and openly, no judgment. Because it is in learning how to take our differences and make them strengths that we win. That we take off the mask that we wear every day and dare to be our authentic selves. So I want to know, before we were told who to be, who are you? Who were you before life asked you to dim your light? Who were you before the world said this is wrong and this is right? Who were you before they deemed what was worthy and what was not? Who were you before you hid the desires of your heart? Who were you before they said your uniqueness was not acceptable? The world is waking up as a collective and on an individual level. Now is the time to go within and understand thyself. Who are you? What mark do you desire to leave on this earth plane? What is your heart asking of you? Because love has called your name. And yes, this is the end. But the sun promises a new beginning. It is time for our inner child to be set free. The world is waking up. I promise you, it holds beauty. The more that you ask yourself these questions and dare to uncover the real you, no fear, no pandemic, or division can oppress you. For what a time to be alive. You were built for this. You came for this. You have everything you need inside of you. Now, my love muffins, I want you to get ready, because now is the time where you just stop existing and start living. And hello, my love muffins and enchiladas. It's Tori, the home dealer of Guided Intuitions. And I hope right now more than ever you feel all of the love, all of the joy, all of the peace, all of the clarity. Just know that I am loving on you spiritually. I am encouraging you. I am uplifting you. So my love muffins, I want to let you know this is a timeless video. This has been a video that Spirit has placed on my heart, if I'm very honest with you guys, for a hot minute. I just didn't know how to give this message. I didn't trust myself. And isn't that common? Sometimes we do that, where we will second guess ourselves. We can listen and believe everybody else, but sometimes when it comes to us, we question ourselves, we question our intuition, and later on, we get proven like, yeah, you were right. Trust yourself. Listen to yourself. Because Spirit gave me some downloads, honey, to tell us, okay, about what is going on, what is unfolding. As you can see from the title, okay, what is going on? My loves, the world is waking up. The world as a collective is having a awakening. And right now, if I had to give a stage at where the world is, that dark night of the soul, when you just realize that, what I've been believing and what I thought was true, was, right. Kind of like when I gave my story about me coming out of Christianity. That was my whole world. And when I awakened and I realized, that's not quite best for me. I was sad. I was scared. I was angry. I was just all of these emotions. Okay. And that called me to go within myself, get clarity, get clear, because clarity is power. And if you remember that I told you guys, and I kind of like teeter-totter around it because I just didn't want to give it so explicitly. But remember when I said, clarity is power. You cannot clean up poo and play in it at the same time. We know that when we're awakening, there's a lot that takes place. There's a lot when you are, waking up from the lie that you've been told, or waking up from what you didn't realize. You get what I'm saying? There's a lot. There's different parts to play. There's different things that have to happen. However, we know that once you get through that dark night of the soul, once you go through these things, it is all for the better. Because my awakening, when I realized that the world that I lived in and what I thought was that and factual, a wise man knows that he knows nothing at all. She knows nothing at all. Honey, you always leave your spirit open for downloads. Awakening it's not, it's a kumbaya. But initially, when you first awaken to your shadow, to show. Right now, really give yourself time to process these emotions that are coming up, because clarity is power. And once you're clear, once you allow these emotions to come up, once you work through what it is that you need to work through, my love, this is when you can really take action, formulate a plan, how to move forward.
What's your plan?
What's the plan?
What's the plan?
So, what is the plan?
I was a little nervous about giving this message because I just didn't know, were, people going to grab it? Were people going to understand? And then I had to check myself, because that's another form of what I'm going to get into, is division, is telling yourself or me, well, you know what? They're not ready to hear this. They might not receive this. They might not like it. Who am I to decide who gets to hear what and who's ready for what? That's the problem right there. You get what I'm saying? And that is something that we are purging on a collective. We are purging that division and who gets to decide what and who's up here and who's down here. We are purging that as a collective and getting all of thatness out of it. So, my loves, that is what's going on. It's probably going to a meaty little video, but I really want to be transparent. I really want to really be open with you. And also down below, I am going to share a couple of videos, things that I've found very informational, things that, Spirit told me in my alone time, but I ain't really want to process it. And I had to process it. If you heard the beginning of this video, I asked you a series of questions, and these were channeled questions. I asked Spirit to remove me. And what do you want my soul family to know? Every single one of you. I don't care if this is your first time on this video, baby. We are all connected. We are all family. I love you. You are freaking amazing. And I don't care what is around you, what fear might try to grip you. I don't care what you see unfold. In these next 3 months, give it your all when it comes to yourself. This is a time to really pour into you. There's a lot that's going to come out. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We know the collective is having an awakening. One of the things that I have been processing, and I actually started processing in 2019, and this is way after guided intuition, is acknowledging my shadow, loving my shadow, loving it into light. And I always tell you guys, this is why, don't hide from those things that people, if you feel like people knew about you, they wouldn't clap for. No, you love those things into light. You love that part of you into light. You don't have to let it to consume you, but acceptance and loving it into light. That is how you move past things. Unconditional love, acceptance and unconditional love. That's how you maneuver through things. So anyway, we give it a title, healer, light worker. But I think in my dailies in the beginning, I told you guys this, is that one of the things when I really came awakened, I kind of did a wager with Spirit. told Spirit that I would honor my purpose. I would do what I need to do, but I didn't want to deal with dark. I don't want to look at dark. I don't want to see dark. I don't want to know dark. I don't want dark. I'm only working in the divine light. Period. To the point that, if a situation or person was super dark, I asked Spirit, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. I don't want to see it. That's my limit. I know, right, y'all? Weird, but this how I kid you not. I was wagering with Spirit like this when I first decided to honor my destiny. And to the point that, like, y'all don't know how much money I didn't turn down, like mediumships and, dealing with people. And I said all that to say this. In 2019, Spirit was like, you're ready. It's time. It's time for you to know the truth. Know that dark does exist, but it doesn't have to consume you. You have free will. You have a choice of how. If you want to allow that energy to consume you, or do you want to allow the light to consume you? But to deny is to deny the duality. Am I saying that? Or the duality? You know that word. Meaning dark and light is in all of us. So I really had an integration of that, realizing that it's all a part of a cycle. It's all serves its purpose. You get what I'm saying, guys? You get what I'm trying to say? So, I started to integrate that. And what's happening is, as a collective, the world has been running from that shadow, kind of like Toria was trying to run from that shadow. You can only run for so long into the stuff, the poop is just smeared everywhere in your face. And, everyone is having a individual awakening. That's where it is. And everyone is playing a part. Everyone is not meant to be doing what you're doing, and you vice versa. When everything happened, a lot of emotions hit me. A lot of things hit me, and I was angry, and I was sad, and I was mad, and I was just all of allowing myself to feel all of my emotions. And one of the things that I've realized, even in those moments, because I know, like, when you're angry, when you are mad, when you're sad, when you're, you cannot get the whole picture. You cannot think clearly. You ever been mad and you're like driving, or someone's driving, they're mad and they almost them damn flipped y'all over, and you like, oh my God, what are we doing? You get what I'm saying? You cannot think, you cannot see straight. And we have emotions. And I don't know if I'm going to say this right, but it's one, it's kind of that react and respond. And I allowed myself to feel, because that's the thing. We don't allow ourselves to feel. Sometimes we try to avoid it completely. We try to compress it. We don't allow ourselves to feel. And then we just left with a whole bunch of mess. You know what I'm saying? Or, we just avoid things. So that is what's happening. The shadow is front and center. The veil is lifted. And to say that it's fully lifted in its totality, no. It's so much more to be exposed. But what Spirit showed me is to go within and to get clear and to start to discover those questions, purge what needs to be purged. Because in the midst of all those emotions, when I just stopped and I said, Spirit, it's like, what? Oh my God, are you kidding me? I was like, what's next? You got to get clear. You got to tell me, what is it? And guys, I heard Spirit clear as day, like never before. And what came forth? For the master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. And I'm talking about everyone, whoever is watching this video. I don't care what you have identified with, how you identify yourself. This message is for everybody. The master's tools will never dismantle the master's house. They may allow us temporarily to beat him at his own game, but they will never enable us to bring about genuine change. What does that mean? It may give you some relief, okay? Doing it the master's way. You know, if it's anger, and listen, what I said, I'm not trying to take away from anything or anybody. It will get you results temporarily. However, it will not dismantle. And that is what needs to happen. Dismantle. When I say that, I'm talking about, you know, those questions. Who were you before they dimmed your life? They is the master. Them, they. You know, who are they? You know, and that's going to be exposed too. But even with that, I want to be very clear and let you know, on an intuitive level, Spirit said from this time on, with this awakening that's happening, and we know you take everything with a grain of salt. You get what I'm saying? That's one of the things that I love about myself, that diversity, you know. I don't count anybody out. I can take whatever feel good to me, whatever feel good to my soul. That's what I'm going to do. When Spirit gave instructions for me to say, take everything with a grain of salt. What does that mean? We are moving in the age of really allowing your intuition to guide you, trusting your intuition, trusting the downloads that you are getting on an intuitive level. Guided intuition, guiding you to your intuition. Anything I say should merely be confirmation. It should already resonate in your spirit. I've been saying that from the beginning, because your intuition, my love, your intuition is your GPS. That is your internal system getting downloads from the divine. Your intuition will guide you farther than this video can take you, or any video, any guru. You understand me? Above all, listen to yourself and take everything else with a grain of salt. Okay? All right, my loves. All right, my loves. I'm letting you know. And when I say that, I'm not telling you like to fear or anything. Fear is out. It's all about in the love, unity. Okay. Now, getting back to the master's tools. What is the master's tools? What from the ages has used to try to, corrupt or just do whatever, or to make us feel unworthy, or you can't be in that position, even within your mind, subconsciously or consciously. Division is the master's tool, because with division, there cannot be unity. Keeping someone beneath, okay, or keeping something beneath. Division tells to go here, go there, when in reality, unity, bringing all of this together. Okay, so this is what's happening on a collective level. I feel like the veil is being lifted, exposing the master's tool, which is division. That's why I always tell you, I love you guys so freaking much. Even when my love muffins throw me so much love and so much gratitude, you go, oh my God, Tori, you're so amazing. And what I'll always tell you, if you have emailed me, DM'd me, or even in the comments section, I got one thing I say to you always. I let you know real quick. Listen, my light honors your light. You are merely a mirror and a reflection of each other, baby. There is no, oh my God, I don't care how much you see Tori have a platform, or who has a platform, or who's a celebrity. There's no division. Make that very clear. The only thing is about who chooses to tap in and who doesn't. And I tell you that if everything that I'm doing, you can do it. And if anybody knows, Tori, I've been saying that from the beginning. Period. You can do and be whatever you want. Ain't no obstacle stopping you. The only limitation, okay, is the division that we subconsciously or consciously have bought into. My loves, the only reason I am saying this is because the more that the veil is lifted, things are going to be shown. But what I want you to know is to focus on you. Go within, falling in love with yourself again, your passions again. Who are you? Really turning on your life. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. We are leaving the age of Pisces, of illusions, and really stepping into the age of Aquarius. Truth, weirdness, okay? Embracing that, loving that. Who were you before it was you versus me? Who were you before they said it was wrong and right? Your inner child is asking to emerge. Or yes, it is the end. It is. Of that fakeness, that division, that malice, that nastiness, whatever, that's the end, Listen, guys, I was literally, because I take my mornings walks, and I have my nephew, and he's like a little baby, so I hold him under my umbrella because it was raining, but I was still going out. And I'm walking down the street, and it's raining, and this car stops by and rolls on the window. This is a Spanish guy. He's like, hey, do you need a ride? I was like, oh, thank you, but no, I'm okay. He was like, okay, have a nice day. I was like, you too. So part was like, okay, creepo. And then I'm like, no. Why is that creepo? Can you imagine a world? Can you imagine a space? Can you imagine an energy where people are in tune with their selves, where people are in tune and govern their self, and what when you doing something you're no business doing. Okay, listen, But for a person to say that and genuinely mean that in a good way, and is checking on people and again, taking the time to appreciate a person and their craft, their gift, and who they are, and vice versa, a give, a receive in unity. Like, that is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? That is amazing. This is the age, this is a space that we are moving into. It's just about, before, we get to that beautiful and amazing foundation, the old one has to crumble. That illusion has to fall. And, it's okay. You better know who you are. The divinity, the light, God. I don't care what you believe, honey. You better speak it over your life, over your dreams. You came here to have an experience. You want to start that business? What are you creative about? What are you passionate? Time out for, whatever's programmed. What do you really want to do in your heart? That is the divine. That is God given. That is source. Your gifts will make room for you. That's some realness. You get to decide. You understand me? You get to decide. So as a collective, the collective is facing their shadow. When Spirit been telling you to do something you ain't supposed to been doing, you've been putting it off, you ain't been doing it, honey. Talk about it to myself. So we're going to pull some cards together, but before we get there, there are some cards that's going to explain exactly what is going on. Because I asked Spirit, I said, Spirit, you got to let me know what is up, what is going on. And the last thing is, it's nothing to fear. It's nothing to fear. This is why you meditate. This is why, really start incorporating, I want to say high vibing foods, start exercising, do anything to really keep what keeps you in that good vibration, that what keeps you high. So you're able to process what is unfolding, what is happening. Okay. One thing about it, when Tori tells you something is not to scare you or anything, no, baby, you make your own reality. You understand me? That is the truth. You create your own reality. You can do whatever it is that you desire to be. And what's happening is the lie that you can't is falling. The lie that you have to be oppressed, the lie that you have to choose, the lie that you got to pick a side, like the lie that you're unworthy. All that is an illusion. That is the age of Pisces, honeys, and we is done with that. And I want to let you know, to all the beautiful souls, because I had someone tell me, oh my God, Tori, I should have been starting my YouTube. I should have been, started my craft. I should have been, listen, it ain't never too late. It ain't never too late. The time is now. Yes, one ending needs to happen, baby, but there is a whole nother beginning that is fueled in love and unity. Yes. Connecting with the earth again. Yes. Knowing who you are, doing what it is that you love, waking up every single day happy and fulfilled. Yes. Dismantling the master's tools, which is division, which keeps us from unconditional love in your life. What division have you put in your life? I can't do this because I got to do that. I can't really do what I want to do because I got to do this. What? I can't really be myself. It's not going to be accepted. What division have you put in your individual life? Because when you figure that out, when you make peace with that, when you allow that light to transmute that, watch how things change. The age that we're moving into is really learning and really I want to say self. I know that you love meeting me here and I love meeting you here too. And we can do this, but just say if everything, all the gurus, all the people that you look towards inspiration, all the people that you maybe held on a pedestal or held as greatness and seen they got all the wisdom when all the wisdom is in you, you're just mirror of each other. All those people just poof, 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 went away. What next? Can I have that silence right now? What would you do? Would you make it? Would you be okay? Yes, you would be. You get what I'm saying? But now in this time, it's about really securing that foundation within yourself, really trusting yourself, really, trusting that inner wisdom that you're getting, okay? And no more outside validation. That's something that is flopping so happy and really allowing, because get it, the age of Aquarius, not giving two poops and being yourself, standing your authentic truth, doing what really makes you happy, That's the time that we're coming into. And before we get there, you got to deal with that shadow as a collective. So I want to let you know, it's a time to really make sure that within you, mind, body, spirit is solid, because you sustain yourself and know that, listen, you're the creator of your reality. Now, what I want to do is go ahead and just get into what is going on, what is happening, okay, right now in this very moment. First out the bet is we have the devil, okay? And then next, we have the tower. Two major arcanas, okay? I hope I said that right. It's building momentum to really break it down, to tear down what needs the faulty foundation. And then we got the 9 of Cups. Next, we have the 8 of Swords, followed by the 8 of Pentacles, and then lastly, Judgment, okay? And then I pulled some from my, what's this deck? The wild unknown archetypes, okay? So I said, Spirit, okay, what are we doing? And, right now it's in here, coming into here. The reason why I said that is because the tower, the veil has not completely fallen just yet. And you can't build on a faulty foundation, because this is what's going in collective. Now, on an internal level, what foundation are you building on that needs to go? Because first, before we see the change outside, the changes happen inside. So what have you been building on right here with this devil? What chain? What are you chaining yourself to? What foundation is no good? What have you been doing, but it ain't working? You know what I'm saying? It's really not getting you where it is that you truly, truly desire to be. That's keeping you in this 8 of Swords energy, keeping you conflicted, keeping you from the truth. You see that? When we see swords, it's mental. So in order to see freedom outside of yourself, you first have to free your mind. All right? It's been shown, the devil, okay? What is faulty, what's nasty, what's a hot mess, what is not working that keeps you trapped, that keeps you confined. What is keeping you in prison? This could be in your, in your finances. This could be in your spiritual life. This can be in your love life. This could be as what's going on. What do you need to face? What do you need to look at? What do you need to open up to? What part can you step into on an individual level? What can you do to better your surroundings Can you find it in you to be a little bit, to be nicer? Can you find it in you, to find value in the earth, in the foods, and value in every single thing? Can you find it in yourself not to judge? Not to judge and realize that we're all processing this a little bit differently. I want to let you know, when I say not judge, things are going to be so crystal clear. You're going to feel a vibration. You're going to feel energy. If that energy don't resonate with you, cut it off. You get what I'm saying? Everyone has a part to play. There is no more running from the SHIT. All right? There's no more running from that. You can, but is that going to be beneficial to you? That's what you have to ask yourself. This is why self-love, self-worth, and self-acceptance are the keys, because when you know yourself, know thyself. When you know yourself, when you know you're capable, when you know you're amazing, are you out here trying to F with people? Are you out here being mean? No, you don't even have time for stuff like that. Okay? And this is what I want to let you know. You have to understand that all of us are here on earth together, but we are all on different vibrations, figuring out different spirit experiences, depending on the amount of self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance that you have poured into yourself is depending on what level that you might be on. No more of this. Okay? We're allowing what needs to tear down to be torn down. That's going to happen. But just having an understanding that everybody is on a different level. If somebody has not yet learned how to sit up, how they gonna run? You get what I'm saying? So this is why, everyone might have a different perspective and a different understanding of this. And I don't know, Spirit just asking me to say this. That's where it comes in. Having a heart of compassion and unconditional love. With all these emotions running wild, it's very easy to fall in that judgment, that judging form. And when I say that, I'm talking about to humanity, So the tower, in order to build something new, the old foundation, the old paradigm, the old template, it has to crumble. It has to fall. So we can get here to you see this yellow, the sun, the cups, honey. Yes, the cups. And intuitively, but on an individual level, this is what we've been doing, dealing with this shadow. Everyone that's watching this video, this is what you've been doing this whole time. We've been loving this, okay? What we have oppressed, we've been loving that into light. We've been transmuting that into light. We've been having these tower moments. We've been taking off the blindfold, cleaning up our poop, working on ourselves. You've been doing this. Whoever you watching this video, you've been doing this. You watching this video, you've been doing this, okay? You get what I'm saying? You've been doing this inner work. The 9 of Cups, a wish fulfillment. Listen, your belief, where the energy goes, the man will follow. What are you going to give your energy to? Are you going to give it here to stay stuck, stagnant, like surrendering your control? The shackles of being broke free. It's free, but you have a decision to stay in this space right here, okay? Or allow this tower moment to happen. You work on what it is your intuition is asking you to do. You know what I'm saying? Within your personal life, you want love. You gotta listen, you gotta make space for love. This is where we at, right here. The truth is in front of you. What do you choose to do? Come on, go. Do that work, boo. Do that work. Throw that fear out. That fear. Whatever was trapping you, whatever was keeping you. Because right here is freedom. The wish fulfillment, freedom. Do not fall into the hype. Beautiful things are to come. This foundation is faulty. This shit gotta fall, y'all. And I'm telling you, it's about to come out. That's why it's important to do that inner spiritual work. You know what I'm saying? Vibe it up. To sit with yourself. Because when you sit and you ask, you are opening yourself up to be receptive to receive. Ask and you shall receive. Seek and you shall find. Who am I, the divine? What's next for me? Who am I? What to do with this? You gonna get them answers. This is a time to thrive. I don't care what you see. Listen, you better hold that light within you. Do you understand me? Because we got this judgment right here. And do you see, like after the storm, I didn't even realize, you see how these people are popping out of the boxes, okay? Like they've been like in the water. The wave had to wash everything clean. It's a cleansing, honey, coming through. It's like Noah in the ark. That's the vibes I'm getting. It's a flood right now. Clean and everything. But listen, Spirit told me very clean, you can choose your vibration. You can choose to be on the lower end of it, or you can choose to be on the higher end of it. And I'm choosing high. This is a time to flourish, getting back to the things that matter. Before they told you who you were and what you need to be doing and the way that it work, and this is A and this is Z and this is brown and this is white and this is a card. Like before all of these things were made, go back to that inner child, honey, where that imagination was vivid, where where things were endless. Oh, so hopeful. It's time. In the midst of the rain, there was this right here, a fortune cookie. This fortune cookie says, don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it. Nothing is off limits. That illusion that you got to be this, you got to have this, you got to do that. No, baby, don't wait for your ship to come in. Swim out to it, because if you are waiting to be liberated, you liberate yourself. The divine power. Do you not know who you are? Okay? Swim out to it. It's here. First card that came out from the archetype is, listen, healer. Okay? In order to heal, you first got to expose the BS, baby. You can't heal what you had. That's just what it is. You can't heal what you had, honey. So it had to happen. This had to happen. So the great awakening can happen, and we can heal, begin to work on what needs to be worked on, to move all of this out. And then next we have the Pilgrim right here, the wanderer, the traveler, the apprentice. Learns, grows, adapts, studies. This is what's needed right now. Information is being released. Downloads are being given. Study, learn, grow, adapt. This change is inevitable. It's inevitable. The old paradigm is gone. That has to go. You can make a decision with this information. You can heal, you can learn, you can grow, you can adapt, you can study, seek. And then we have the poet. I love this card because it talks about some of the most memorable things, some of the most liberating, freeing thing. It came out of darkness. And I feel like, this darkness had to be released. It had to be shown because the maiden, you see all this darkness around here, but you see this light here, preserving the light, holding on to the light. What darkness have you let consume your light? The past heartaches, the past pain, instead of, really honoring what it is that you want to do. The maiden. It says, when light, curious, sensual, full of vitality, full of life, full of happiness. What darkness have you allowed to suck out your happiness? We're leaving that behind and coming into this era. Look at this beautifulness. The curious, the enchanting, the sensual, fulfilled. That's like the inner child allowing their self to come up, and express yourself and to love every single ounce of you. You get what I'm saying? When you thoroughly love you, when you thoroughly know who you are, you move differently. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know that you're amazing, how will you know that? So some people have to take steps and realize, yes, that I'm loved, that I'm amazing. And then they can come into the totality of the bigger picture. The maiden right there. But it says, when dark, pretends, projects, denies, fantasizes. Listen, you got a choice. We've seen that with the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. And depending on what you choose to do, how you choose to see it, you choose to stay in the blindfold. It's going to depend on what you get. That's the truth of it. And think about it. If you're scared and timid in your life, when you know you want love, when you know you want to, open your business, when you know you want to do this, when you know you want to do that, but you don't move, you can't get to the next level. Think about it. That goes for every area in your life and as a collective. There has to be that we have to move past about to cuss again. Move forward. There's no more pretending. Projection denies. The maiden represents the virgin, the princess, the innocent. And I feel like, it goes, this is the way the Spirit is giving. I hope I break down right. What Spirit is showing me, we cannot no longer turn a blind eye to this. You get what I'm saying? This had to be exposed and being seen so you can transmute that energy. Everyone has a part to play and every part is needed. Okay. So, transmuting that energy, so we can allow the inner child that has been, denied, that has been, just compressed to come up and be curious again, enchanting, sensual, full of vitality, full of life, full of curiosity, full of just love. Man, a little kid, come on, think about a child. Like, they will just give you so much love, so much attention, just so much awesomeness. Everyone has that inside of them, the inner child. It's time for the inner child to be front and center right here with this maiden. And we have the hunter here. I want to read exactly what the hunter talks about, because the hunter is the seeker, the pursuer, even the predator. And I really feel like we're being asked to go within and evaluate some things within our life. The hunter, take on that energy when it comes to, moving away from what no longer serves you, when it comes to doing what is right for you. I just want to go ahead and read from the hunter, but I love how this card gives 3 examples. It says the seeker, the pursuer, and the predator. I feel like these are all valuable stages or energies that a hunter embodies. The seeker, I know all too well about that. And if you are a Sagittarius, honey, that is our mission in life. Sorry, guys, is we are the freedom seekers. Okay, that is just what a Sagittarius does. You're not just going to tell a Sagittarius this is what it is and that's what it's going to be. No, we're going to go seek. We're going to go find, because when you go seek, 9 times out of 10 you will find the truth or whatever valuable piece of information that you need in that moment. So I feel like this is what is going on, is asking us to go within and to seek, not just take everything at face value. Really be aware is what's being asked of us right now. And then we have the pursuer. And I feel like this is what we are all being asked as a collective and on an individual level, that once you went out and seek, okay, and you found whatever clarity it is that you need, whatever clarity that you need to make a decision, be it within what's going on as a collective, be it as what's going on in your love life, be it in what you desire when it comes to, your career. It doesn't matter. On a spiritual level, finding the courage to actually go pursue it, the hunter, to come into that energy. And then we have the predator, okay? And, most would not really want to identify with this energy, but think about it. When it comes to certain goals, when it comes to certain things, if you in the spiritual community, we all know why we have that evil eye, on our page, protecting us, like sheltering us and protecting us. And believe it or not, when it says the predator, this is how the mindset that you have to come into when it comes to protecting your dreams, to protecting what is sacred to you, to protecting your energy, not just letting any F-boys, F-girls just, take up residence in your space. These are the questions that you have to ask yourself. And a wise hunter knows that every single one of these phases are just as important as the other. It's like the hunt is on. The hunt is on when it comes to the desires of your heart. What moves you? What brings you ultimate fulfillment, happiness? What truths do you need to look at? Where do you need to go? Because right now, it's all about, that's the hunt that we are all on, collectively or individually in your life. What is going to make you ultimately 129% happy, okay? And having that courage. Because to be a hunter is not easy. To be a skillful one, to be good at what you're doing, it's going to require some kind of skill, taking you to go within, eliminating some things, switching some things around, moving out of, a drought, a place that what you're desiring to catch is not there. Okay. That means vibrationally coming up, switching your perspective, having those uncomfortable conversations that you can no longer avoid. And dare I say, saying toodaloo to the comfort zone. Yes, you have to leave the comfort zone in order to get what it is that you desire. So anytime I'm working with a client one-on-one, and they have this fear, and when it comes to the comfort zone, and it's very hard for them to step out of their box, step out of the usual. This is the way that Spirit told me to break it down to them. And I've noticed within myself and within my clients, this truly helps them. Think about your comfort zone as a garden, okay? Think about it as a garden. And in your garden, you're planting beautiful red roses. Now, disclaimer. Some comfort zones are a hot fucking mess. You got weeds in there and you just need to clear it out and start all over. But we're just going to say that you have a dope comfort zone. You put in the work, you've worked on yourself, and your comfort zone is filled with things that you love. So in your comfort zone garden, you have planted these beautiful red roses, okay, and yellow roses and pink roses and white roses. It's just phenomenal. It's just beautiful, okay, inside of your garden. So one day, you're in that garden, you're plucking weeds and you're gardening, you're doing your thing, and all of a sudden you look over to Susie's garden and she has these beautiful sunflowers. And then in your heart space, you're like, oh my God, I want to add sunflowers to my comfort garden. However, you don't have any of the tools, you don't have the seeds, you don't have the right fertilizer, all the things that you need to plant sunflowers in your comfort zone garden. So what are you going to have to do? You're going to have to leave this garden to go get the supplies, go get everything that you need and bring it back so you can plant sunflowers. Because if you never leave your comfort garden, you're never going to get sunflowers. And that is what you truly desire in your heart. And though, yes, you have all of these roses, okay, but as humans, okay, or spirits having a human experience, did I say that right? Y'all know my dyslexia kicks in. You know what I mean. We desire to grow. Be it within yourself, in your partner, in your career, in your business, in your spiritual journey, it doesn't matter. There is a need and a desire to always grow. So until you switch your perspective and the way that you see your comfort zone, because 9 times out of 10, everything that you desire is outside of your comfort zone. A comfort zone is merely a garden or more like a storage house where you fill it up with beautiful things that you truly love. And by me switching that perspective of my comfort zone, that's how I'm able to even share myself on the level that I do with beautiful souls. Because truth be told, guys, I identify as an introvert. Okay? Honey. However, I know the importance of me stepping out of my comfort zone. I know the importance of me doing these things. And a skillful hunter knows this too. And this is what we're being asked to embody right now. And then the next card we have, I think is Agape, right? Agape. Unconditional love. Returning home to unconditional love. Agape. So here is something that I want you to ponder with this card, Agape. Agape means devotion, unconditional love. It reads, what if instead of putting yourself at the center of your spiritual practice, you put God goddess, or nature at the center. How would this change your approach? Such is the energy of agape. It is alive when we are in awe and wonder, our breath taken away by the sacred force that surrounds us, and asks for nothing in return. This card can indicate a spiritual initiation that stretches your capability to love and serve. You sense the earthly as the heavenly, and vice versa. Such at any moment can appear in any form, and like a healing balm to the modern soul, its effects last a lifetime. The Agape card may also suggest you to reassess what you worship every day, consciously or unconsciously. What are you elevating? Where does the sacred ladder you climb ultimately lead to? I love the way that this card words the saying, on an everyday basis, what are you elevating? Because we know that our habits and the things that we do and the things that we indulge in, it ultimately creates our reality. And I'm going to save that for another video. But in this moment, we're being asked, or I want you to just scale back and look, what are you feeding? What are you elevating? Are you elevating fear? Are you elevating hate? Because like I said in the beginning, it's not about choosing a side. You can stand for something without bashing the other thing. Because true unity is realizing that we're all different, but still being able to coexist and flow in harmony. It's easy to get along with somebody who thinks like you and sees life like you. But take a person who is different or thinks different than you, and you still are able to give them love. And another thing about agape, unconditional love, it is above all doing what is right, you know? And I'm going to bring that back into your personal life. On an individual level, you have to, this is a time to reassess what you are entertaining and what you are allowing in your life. Because ultimately that is going to determine your happiness, be it in a relationship. If you are entertaining a person that you know this isn't going to go anywhere, or this is going to keep ending in an unhappy cycle, why? If it's a career that you're unhappy at, I know that, quote unquote, it pays the bills, but there are other ways. Reassist. Like, you can make money and do what makes you happy. Basically, there is real love and happiness out here. And if you reassess your life and move away from what is not serving you, this is how you will experience ultimate fulfillment and return back to love, which is home. Now, the last card I pulled, Venom, came out reversed. So this has to be released, because this is what's under this foundation as a collective, this venom. You get what I'm saying? The poison, the curse, the toxin. It don't matter what you build. Eventually it's going to crumble. You got one, you can have 10 apples that are amazing, or 10 oranges that are amazing. You put that one that is corroded and rotten, eventually it's going to rot in the foundation. This venom is being released. The venom is always lurking in the shadows. This is why it's time to face the shadows. As a collective, the collective is facing the shadow. Because until you look at that and that falls, anything we build is going to be a mess. You get what I'm saying? A mess, okay? So the shadow, in one form or another, its toxic presence may be found in our relationships, thoughts, speeches, or environment. This is why self-realization, self is important when you do that inner work, that self-love, self-worth, self-acceptance, meditating, taking care of the mind, body, and spirit, exercising, eating foods that fuel you. Thankfully, the cycle of purification and detoxification comes so naturally that it is built into our every exhale. We breathe out carbon dioxide, that word, and the plants return it to us as oxygen. Archetype venom is rarely remedied as easily, however, and it can come in potent forms and quantities that are deeply damaging to us and to the world. When the venom card appears, there is a harmful substance in our psychic realm that must be identified, and I'm telling you, it's going to fall and things are going to be exposed. And what happened took place, you know, no matter what, no matter how you look at it, it had to take place because that gotta go. Okay. And that is going to trickle and leave a trail and see what the real thing that needs to go is. So it says, perhaps your words have a sting of poison about them. Perhaps a relationship is slowly draining your reserve. Acknowledgement is the first step. Change is the second. The remedy will reveal itself in time, and with it, forgiveness. So that's why I said change first begins with you. It first, you know, what in your life, what toxic, what is it in your life? What are you overindulging, overdoing? You know, what? Because everything is energy. And everything is connected to energy, and depending on what you indulge in and where you go, that is calling forth an energy, a reaction. If you messing with men or women that you know that's not your best interest, that it's not fulfilling you, that you know it's sexual, like, you know what I'm saying, but it's not fulfilling you, you know, or you know you're scared, or you're fearful to really be who you are, to really do what it is that you want to do. Listen, it begins at home. When you do that, this is when the very thing, when you get through what it is you got to get through, and you get the 9 of Cups, you get a wish fulfillment, agape love, limitless, okay? Limitless. So let's see, okay, with all this taking place, what door are we walking through? I want to take that one. What door are we walking? I'm going to take that one. I'm going to pull 3. What door are we walking through, Spirit? What door are we walking through right now? The beautiful souls that are watching this. All right. Collective, what doors are we walking through? Okay, that's a lot. We're going to take 4 doors, okay? Look at this. I love this door. It talks about, yes, kiss the ground and touch the sky. Your soul is set now to leap and fly. You're walking through the door of yes. You're walking towards a new beginning, a new way of thinking, a new way of feeling, a new way of seeing. Your eyes are open. It's a yes, okay? It's a yes. The next door, passage, spiritual signs, okay, of in conclusion, something like that. You're walking through passages of your transformation. So what's going on? You're walking through passages of transformation. And like I said, Spirit is speaking through finding coins and little papers on the ground. The birds are speaking. The rain is whispering. This is why you gotta, let go of those heavier, denser energies. And that's why people go to, plant-based food, because it's light. You can hear the frequency because everything is talking. The wind been talking to me. The trees been talking to me, and my mom, my sisters. The thunder is all dropping codes and keys. I know this might be a lot. You know what I'm saying? But listen, I know you're like, Tori, where did this come from? But listen, this is what I'm able to convey a message. And, really with Aquarius, age of Aquarius, this is my truth. Listen, I be talking. That's why I say hug a tree. Trees have always loved on me, has always sheltered me. I don't care if it's rain. Trees will literally not allow the rain to fall on me. And other people walk the same trees and get rain on them, but I don't, okay? So right now, you have an opportunity. You have the right to passage. You have a sound yes to change your life, change your perspective, an opportunity to shift your reality. Why is this so important? Meaning, in whatever area you might find that you desire more, if you're truly honest with yourself, here is your grand opportunity to take a look at what's not working, what needs to go. What have you been oppressing in your own life? What have you sectioned off and for whatever reason said that you can't have this, that you can't achieve it. Your opportunity to shift that reality and really live from your heart space is here. And that's why we all come to earth, is to live from our heart space. That is the truth that we are all getting back to. And that requires you to know yourself. Going back to those questions I asked in the very beginning. So next we have a cure for longing. Love is happiness, a spark inside. Live deliberately and choose boldly. Then you have arrived. So like I said, love in career, love in life, just love for humanity, love in, oh my God, love in life. Heaven on earth. I know right now it might be dark, but heaven on earth. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillments. That's where we're headed. Trust, believe, spiritual is spiritual, y'all. So next we have forgive and forget. A ritual cleansing of pain and lies. Arise and awaken. See the new sunshine. We're going to leave it right there. Forgive and forget. Do you a ritual cleansing of pain and lies. That's what's falling, y'all. Arise and awaken. The world is waking up. A new sunrise. Humanity as a whole. I love you guys so freaking much. Know that you're amazing. Know that you're powerful. Thank you for everybody, all of you beautiful souls, for showing up for yourself on an individual level. And I will catch you on my channel. Mwah!
For others to follow, she blazing.